And I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. I had to make sure that package didn't get taken by anybody. It's technically stream relevant, but not really right now. It's a new hard drive for my PS4. I realized that if I'm going to buy T digitally and put on my PS4, I don't have enough room for it. And there's a lot of games I've already deleted from my PS4 to make room for other stuff. The hard drive that's built in is super small. So I just got it during Prime Day. I got a cheap 2 terabyte hard drive. Anyway, I'm taking care of all the DLC. Can't do any more sub orders. Spent all I can, tack point wise and money wise. So it's like the perfect time to move on to the next mission, shall we? Aha! And I didn't hype this up very much. Folks who were very eagle-eyed at watching the title screen when we saw it occasionally, might notice what's coming next. The Megafauna and Cygnus have both reached visual range. Dead Nautilus has been spotted. Nice. We made it back safe and sound, surprisingly enough. I couldn't agree more with that last bit. Sounds like you guys had some adventures of your own. The Megafauna has sent us a message, requesting a meeting to exchange intel. Tell them we agree. Of course, considering that he hasn't shown himself. I'm not expecting much in the way of good intel. Can I help you, Master? There's going to be a catch-up session for both teams at the Cygnus hangar shortly. There'll also be an introduction to new roster members, so you should show up for it. Show up to the catch-up session. Very well, Master. It would be good form to pay our respects to our newer members. Huh. For all that you come off as aloof, you can be almost personable at times. It is a wide world out there, and it's certainly never a bad thing to broaden my horizons. In fact, my survival depends on it more than anything else. I see your friends have joined the Infinite Haven, Ange. Let's make one thing clear. I am not a friend of the royal pain in the ass here. So we're not at the point where you're drooling over Ange yet. Good to know. What Hilda said, who wants to be associated with someone like her? We were just hired by that Nemo guy. That's it. Yeah, you can see what a pleasure these ladies are to be around. You don't have to play nice. I strongly disagree. We're going to be spending a lot of time together. It's nice to meet you all. Don't be afraid to say the word if you need anything. Would you stop fawning, Belle? I'm not fawning. These people don't even care that we're Norma, do they? See? It's like I told you. Infinite Haven are a mishmash of different people. Nobody cares what anybody is. Our world had its own brand of discrimination, but I can't stand that myself. Thank you. I think we'll get along nicely. Let's go over the introductions again. I'm Salia, commander of the Paramount 1st Squadron. This here's Ursha. And the girls over there glaring at Ange are Hilda, Rosalie, and Chris. Now I'm going to welcome you all aboard as comrades in arms. See that royal pain in the ass? That's how a real princess conducts herself. You're not wrong. That attitude of yours is ticking me off royally. Speaking of things that tick me off, how about the commander-in-chief that sold us off to Nemo? Captain Nemo's another worlder, and Jill's commander-in-chief of Arsenal. It was almost like they'd known each other for a long time. I see some new faces as well here. We'd better introduce ourselves then. Those robots spoke. The members of the Brave Express Corps are equipped with a super AI that lets them think and act like humans. I'm Maito Senpuji, leader of the Brave Express Corps. What is the Corps exactly? It's a secret organization established by Maito's father for the sake of world peace. My name is Gain. I am Maito's partner. Together we control Might Gain. Might Gain's a hero of justice back in our world. So you got sent back here to Alra from Wataru's world? Us and the whole city of Auto and everyone in it. That's where the Brave Express Corps keep their base. Yep. Instead of traveling to their world or just Maito coming here, they took the whole damn city. Jeez Louise, you worked here with the whole city? That's a ridiculous scale. Is this entire cities where the people joining the Infinite Haven? Nah, they're just living their lives in Auto. They help to give us backup when we need it. We're going to overthrow Dogadar for them, as well as all the people of Alroth. Heck yeah! I knew I could count on heroes of justice. You're up front, you know what's up, and you're super duper wicked cool! Now that we've introduced all the members of Brave Express Corps. I'm Leo Bomber, this is Dino Bomber, Bird Bomber, and Horde Bomber. People call us the Beast Express Bombers. When we fight, we combine into Battle Bomber. Looking forward to working with you guys. I'm Fire Diver, this is Police Diver, Jet Diver, and Drill Diver. We're the Rescue Express drivers, and our main job is rescue work. We're still no slouches in battle, of course. When we're in a fight, we combine into Guard Diver. And rounding it off, I'm Black Game. You look like Gain. Are you brothers? Precisely. I was built by copying Gain's data. Black Gain used to be controlled by this evil syndicate called the BD League, but he remembered his love for justice, and now he's one of us. What does BD stand for? Black Diamond. They're a group that was sent to Alroth, and they're pretty much all the major bad guys in my world banded together. The real problem is, now they're part of the Dokudar army. Nothing sucks worse than when supervillains all team up. Don't worry, Judo. They're not the only cool team on the block, right? We're all joining forces too. Yeah, Wataru's right. Doesn't matter how big or bad they get, we'll never lose. Just hold on, Sally. We'll take Dokudar down, and then we'll all go home together. Hey, Simon, who's the girl? Oh, Nia! Hello, my name is Nia. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. I came here looking for Simon, and now I plan to remain in the care of Infinite Haven. Wow, she's gorgeous. Is she your squeeze, Simon? Well, about that. Out with it, Simon. Tell him you proposed and got turned down. He proposed? And got turned down? Yeah, that happened. Wait a minute. When you left on your journey, was that to escape a broken heart? Anessa, you can't just say that. I guess the cat's out of the bag. Are you for real? I'm disappointed in you, Simon. Look, I'm not gonna let that be the end of it. I'm gonna become an even bigger man, and then I'll propose to Nia again. I know you will, Simon. I'll be waiting. Man, I don't get why she turned him down the first time. What's stopping them from tying the knot right now? Why should they have to? It's their relationship, not yours. It must be nice. I wish someone would propose to me that way. Can I see it, Banjo? It's been quite a while. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you in this manner. Nonetheless, it's good to see you guys alright. I got in touch with Hiro, so we've been keeping each other updated, but it's nice seeing you guys in person, too. What really surprised me was seeing Wu Fei working with you. If you want to mock me for leaving in dishonor, go right ahead. I've made my choice. I've got respect for your philosophy. I'd rather we focus on the future than the past anyway. No one seems to mind having Wu Fei aboard. That just leaves the other guy. Miliardo Peacecraft. I go by Zex Marquis now. Zex and I have joined the special task force called the Preventers. Knowing you can defend that man all you want, but he was one of the primary drivers behind the war. I'm not going to ignore that. And I have no intention of begging for your forgiveness, Shozama. See, there it is. You're always looking down on others from your high horse. I heard that Sho, Banjo, and Heroes group all came from the same world. And it sounds like the Zex guy didn't do him any favors. And now they're all in the same boat, literally. Jeez, this is complicated stuff. This is something I plan on going over more fully, just to make sure we're on the same page. This is as good a time as any for that, so let's set aside some time to sit down and discuss it later. Captain's cabin. So you theorize that Mitsurugi is already under Dokudar's dominion. We don't have any hard proof, mind you. Mitsurugi has assimilated the capital army, Zagilia, and the Maramea army under its banner. Now they're started invading neighboring lands. You can get the angle we're looking at here. This is all part of Dokudar's big plot for world domination. In addition, those three factions are cooperating with Mitsurugi because they've been told that it's how to get back home again, apparently. It does sound like it fits Dokudar's tactics of using otherworlders to augment its forces. And if it turns out that's the case, it would explain why Ameria and the Fleet Pact Alliance were on the receiving end of Mitsurugi aggression. Because they're parent organizations for the Infinite Haven, we're just playing host to Wataru the Savior. Again, we've got nothing to support this, but it is what it is. What we're getting at in all this is, we've done some fresh investigative work, but Mitsurugi's logic is, in a word, incomprehensible. If it's not part of Dokudar's plan to conquer Alroth, then Mitsurugi's action makes no strategic sense. I can see why you'd connect the dots that way, but personally I think the Dokudar army and Mitsurugi are unrelated. How do you figure? At the present, I can only call it a hunch. When he takes that kind of attitude, it's hard to add anything to conversation. He's got to know something he's not telling us. In either case, I have no objection to hastening Dokudar's downfall. On that note, Banjo Aran says he would like to hold a group discussion. Thank you all for coming, everybody. I call this meeting to discuss the world we came from. The Infinite Haven has 3 separate parties that come from the same world. Heroes Group, Shows Group, and myself. As some of you are no doubt aware, we all work for different organizations, and we've been hostile to one another in the past. I'm going to cover those circumstances, our world in general, and the battles that we fought. On our world, there was an organization called the United Earthsphere Alliance, which managed the people for a long time. Managed? That's a strange choice of words. Well, it wasn't exactly united or an alliance. In actuality, it was one strong faction of powers that used its disproportionate voice to tyrannize its lessers. The space colonies took the brunt of the oppression. They launched a counteroffensive using 5 Gundams. Those 5 being... Yep, their pilots were Hero, Duo, Troa, Quattro, and Wu Fei. Yep! If you didn't know the Gundam Wing plot, it's kind of the reverse of the original Gundam plot. So during the fighting that followed, United Air Alliance was destroyed from within by Oz, their own special forces group. Zex Marquis here was an officer in Oz at the time, though we ended up leaving them over later for ideological differences. With the collapse of the United Earth-Sphere Alliance, the world fell into chaos and war. It culminated in a confrontation between three different groups. Oz, under the banner of Treize Kusanada, had a revolutionary group called White Fang, led by Zex Marquis, aka Millardo Peacecraft. On the third faction, the largest nation of the Earth proper, the Holy Britannian Empire. Hold up, where does the name Millardo Peacecraft figure in all this? It's my real name. Zex was once the prince of the Sank Kingdom, a nation destroyed by the United Earth-Sphere Alliance. As the leader of an anti-Oz organization, Zex challenged his former boon companion, Treize Kusanada, to battle. Okay, so the world is split into a three-way battle, huh? This is simply magnificent. I heard that you ended up teaming up with Hero and Show's groups. What banner was that under? None of the above. We were fighting in the war from a completely different angle. First, let me go over Show's group and how they fit in. They came to the overworld, that is the Earth, from another world called Byston Well. So as far as Alroth is concerned, it's another world of an other world. Just to be clear, Marvel and I originally came from the same world as Banjo and the others. They say Byston Well exists in the threshold between the land and sea. In that realm, the world we were in was referred to as the overworld. We were summoned to the other world by Byston Well, where we became battlers. People that pilot Aura battlers. One guess what we did in those. But at one point, all Aura machines got expelled out of Byston Well. When they did, we got sent to the overworld in our machines. By the way, I'm me Ferrario, of Byston Well. Wait a minute, back up there. What do you mean the Aura machines got expelled? Aura machines, including Aura battlers, were originally introduced to Byston Well by an overworlder who got summoned there. A guy named Shot Weapon. Just want to linger on that name for a moment. It's about the same level as Full Frontal, don't you think? Jacoba Owen was furious with the way they caused war to spread all over Byston Well, so she expelled all Aura machines to the overworld. Who's Jacoba Owen? Oh, she's the most important Ferrario of all. She's the queen of the fairies, basically. That sounds like a whole lot of Aura battlers all getting sent in the overworld at once. Yeah, it was bad. Having an army of Aura machines present altered the whole course of the war, made the world even more torn by chaos. It was Drake leading the most of the Aura machines, and his army aligned himself with Holy Britannia. The war was intensifying. We were part of the anti-Drake force, and we teamed up with Banjo, Hero's group, and the other resistance movements, fighting to put an end to the war once and for all. We challenged the Holy Britannian Empire and Drake's army to a final battle over the Pacific Ocean. What happened there? We succeeded in defeating Drake's army, albeit at a state cost. Hell, I died in that battle, so I couldn't even tell you how everything else panned out. Whoa, you died, Cho? He wasn't the only one. So did I. And now here we are, alive in Alroth, with no idea as to why. Drake's army was finished after the showdown in the Pacific, but the Holy Britannian army definitely wasn't. And meanwhile, all those battles are happening. The final showdown between Oz and White Fang was going on up in space. We, the Gundam team, headed for space and joined the battle. Treize, the leader of Oz, ended up falling in battle to Wu Fei. And Millardo, the leader of White Fang, fought Hero and lost, marking an end to the fighting in space. But not an end to the war. I hate to admit it, but we weren't exactly the best shape after all that fighting. So the war ended with the last faction standing, the Holy Britannian Empire conquering the world. Talk about playing dirty! It was all seemingly calculated out that way by Lelouch, the Empire of Britannia. In case you didn't recognize where the Holy Britannia name came from, maybe that name could give you a hint. He bragged to the world about how he was secretly controlling every war from behind the scenes, and proclaimed himself ruler of the world. Then Lelouch got assassinated during a parade by Zero, the leader of the resistance movement called the Order of the Black Knights. Can we hear a little more about this Zero person? He was a man of mystery that never went without his mask. He was ingenious and resourceful, and he led the Black Knights in their fight against Britannia. And it turns out, he was Emperor Lelouch all along. Okay, you're starting to lose me now. Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah, that's the plot of Code Geass. You lost me. Emperor Lelouch was born in the Britannian royal family, but his life took some unfortunate turns. As a result of that, he concealed his true identity, called for the overthrow of Britannia, and led a resistance group. He was Zero, and his resistance group was called the Order of Black Knights. Ultimately, he successfully overthrew the Emperor and took his place. Then he became public enemy number 1. At which point he got slain by Zero, which goes back to your original question. The answer to that is, nobody knows who that Zero was. This is complicated stuff. This sounds like the Lelouch guy had some kind of angle for flipping the world on its head. When Emperor Lelouch got slain, thus removing the source of all those wars, the world was freed from hatred. I thought the battle was over. I thought we were finally in an era of universal peace for all. The way you're phrasing that, it didn't work out that way, did it? Nope. While we were all out butting heads, there was another group slowly but surely building up its strength. The Maramea Army. They took a key member of the newly established United Earthsphere Alliance and declared war upon the rebuilding world. Heroes Group and I were fighting to put a stop to them, and Zex and Noin were with us. It was all at the height of the battle when we got whisked away to Alroth, even the Maramea Army. Zex Marquis, let me ask you something. I'm listening. You threw the world into chaos. Why were you fighting the Maramea Army? Just drop it, Sho. Doesn't look like Heroes Group even cares about that anymore. No, this is a matter of principle for me. I'm not going to be able to work with him if I don't get a satisfactory reason. Your honesty is refreshing. You are every bit the battler that Queen Ciela believed you to be. Like you know the first thing about. Hold on, Sho. Zex Marquis, have you actually met Queen Ciela? I have. Zex maintained back-channel contact with Queen Ciela when he was representing White Fang. His determination to personally eliminate all Aura machines left a deep impression with him. And he came to believe that pain is what changes the world. Same conclusion that Trage Kushinada reached. So Queen Ciela, Trage and Miliardo all saw the world the same way? The only difference was the positions each of them were in. If that's not satisfactory to you, then you may strike me down. But save it for after I've carried out my duty. What duty? To strike down the one trying to steal away the peace that came at a terrible cost. To do that, I will return to our home world, even if it means dragging myself through the mud. You seem unimpressed. I have a hard time trusting a guy who switches sides as much as you do. But when you talk about your duty, that's something I can believe. Shozama, your life's in your hands. The only thing I kill is the will that gives rise to bloodshed. You have my gratitude, Badler Sho. Fighting makes old blood new again. Revolution leads the world to a new horizon. Sounds like their world was in the midst of some serious upheavals. It's nice that Sho and Zex are getting along, but is that the whole reason we had this talk? It was an important part of it, sure, but there's one point I actually get into. Once I got sent to Alroth, I toured all over different regions here. I did some digging in Dokudar army since they were an enemy to the whole world. What I found was that one group in their army was showing signs of strange activity. Strange activity, you say? What was it? What just happened? Everybody brace yourselves! I know this feeling. The ship is falling. Welcome to Scenario 17, Dark Lord Dormant. And I let the cat out of the bag a little early, but because of how confusing that whole plot summary was... Yeah. Is everybody okay? That was close. Good thing Yori used some magic to cushion us. What happened to Cygnus? It's not just Cygnus, the End Nautilus and Megafauna have both crashed too. Guessing it's not simple engine trouble then. Everyone, look, the city. What in the heck? The buildings are upside down. Everybody's on their heads. It's not funny, Himiko. Are there cities like that in Alroth, Shubaraku-sensei? No, not that I've ever heard of. Then it's gotta be... a Grim Reaper? You walked right into my trap, Wataru the Savior. Infinite Haven. My name's Death God. Dokudar put me in charge of the second tier. His name's probably just Shinigami. Oh great. Now the cruising Toms crashed and burned. The second tier boss is taking his place. If the Dokudar army's here, there's only one thing to do. Scramble, everybody! Alright, who's gonna be our crew? Okay, so we want to bring Duo with us. So get him to Scythe Hell. Okay, everything else is whoever we want. So... Marvel, you're okay to stay behind. Judo. I'm not really feeling it too much, but I'll bring you. I still have one other person to bring. Don't really feel like bringing anybody else, really. So it's more a matter of who's going to want to come. Let's get Seabrook. Looks like our machines can move at least. Can't the megafauna get off the ground? No, sir. We appear to be getting held in place by a downward force that exceeds our Minovsky flight output. I detect a power in the area that is impossible to analyze. I presume that power is what's keeping our ships out of the air. None can stand up the power of inversion. What's the power of inversion, huh? Behold, like cloud over this mirror of truth, things become their exact opposite. Ships that fly in the air sink to the ground, and people and buildings all turn upside down. The mirror of truth. If it's that potent, no doubt about it. That's gonna be one of the treasures of Mount Sakai. Our machines can move. If we can take that guy down and get our hands on the mirror of truth, we should be able to sort this mess out. If the ships are immobile, there's a job for the rest of us. Just go for the Grim Reaper wannabe, right? Very well, Watari friends. I, Shinigami, shall entertain you for a very, very short while. Act all smug while you can, Shinigami. I'm coming for you! SR point is to defeat Skelebat, which is Shinigami's vehicle, in one attack. He will retreat if he takes any damage. So... he's got 17,500 health. Not entirely sure how you're supposed to get this. Something must happen to weaken him, I think? Yeah, we can't move any of these units, by the way. Vitality down. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember how this one goes, to be honest. So I can't use my trick where I shove people into the battleships and then get them moving. So... damn it. And you still don't have a cell. Darn it. Okay, you need to transform. Alright. I need someone to weaken him first. No. Won't be you. One of the attack point bonuses is for Duo to get a kill before you attack Skelebat. It's been a while since we've seen her, because she was on the roof split, the other side of it. I love you. Huh. Whoa, why do I feel if someone give me a nasty look? He's got the same vibe I do. This world isn't big enough for two Shinigami. 3 points. Anyway! Been a a while since we saw this wild boy in action. Let's get this wild boy in action.
相手は顔面と似たようなもんだ。
要するに戦い慣れているということか。
なめんじゃねえ。ギガドリルブレイク貫く。
Yeah, even if that crit, that's not anywhere near enough damage to beat Skelebat in one hit. Something's gotta happen in this fight, right? That causes him to weaken or something? Nope, not that. And you're definitely not gonna have enough for Evil Cleaving Light. Not yet. Been a while since we saw the Bilbine. I'm in all rough now. I need to forget all my old hang-ups from the past. I should be seeking out the real enemy. That's my duty as a bad life.
悪事を見過ごすわけにはいかない。はあ、オラ切り。
Oh, I forgot to check. Now that he's gotten his upgrade, or gotten some levels and stuff, I don't know what his aura power is at yet. Level. Aura power level 4. So he still does not have enough aura power for the Hyper Aura Slash. Yeah, he needs 2 more. I'm gonna check something real fast. 17, 15, 17, 21, 17. Okay. Baton Hammer!
張り切っていこうか。大胆ハンマー。それ。
Good, good, good. And let's get a good Evil Cleaving Light in here.
ブレキントンは引っ込んでいろ。先行のポグマ。やるぞ、ゼルガード。 俺の魔力を力にしろ。破壊する全てを。
Spiral power with that, though, that does increase his damage. Yeah. Potentially possible. If anybody could do it. Especially since he has enough EXC bonus to give him the crit.
ドアクダー軍に攻撃を開始する。ツインバスターライフルで障害を取り除く。 排除開始。
calling Hero Yui ugly? Dude. Dude.
この世界の兵器は理解しがたい。
Fair point,
そん
Dio.
な動きで
Tiny Tank Man.
俺の狙いからは逃げられない。
Bye, Tiny Tank Man. You're not getting... You are in range! Right! Because you're in the Zeta! Not the double Zeta. If you were in a double Zeta, there's no chance you would have been in range.
逃がすかよ。この
Every time I see the Zeta attack, it just reminds me more and more. Camille is fucking nuts. The way he fights as a Gundam pilot is just fucking weird, and I love him. Hey, coupling system. Nope, just those three. Mighty Vulcan! I'm okay with them attacking those two. Those two desperately need some kills because they're way behind on score. Nope, 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 nope. We're evading. I am Shinigami, feared the world over as the Shinigami, and I will fight you personally. Fear me, kneel before me. The Shinigami's blade shall be a shooting star that pierces you.
すぐにメイフへと旅立たせてやる。1秒間に灼熱の月だ。ギリギリまで引きつけて。
Okay. I'm gonna suspend, but I don't think I'm gonna actually get this SR point. I don't think it's physically possible. Unless you're a New Game Plus, to be honest. Unless you've been building up just one person. Ridiculous. But making the impossible possible is abso-fucking-lutely something I could have used support attack. Could I? It says single attack. It does not specifically state whether support attack works or not. But these guys are too far away for him to use his best attack. Nothing you do can give him more damage. And there's nobody else to kill. This is the best shot I've got! This might be the first SR point we failed to get in both games, folks. It's okay. You don't have to 100% all the SR points to get what you want. Nope, nowhere near.
真実の鏡を渡すものか。自慢のドリルが俺に通じるかな。1秒間に灼熱の月だ。避けるまでもないとはこのことだな。ああ、そうだ。
Futile! You bunch of amateurs are no match for the great Shinigami! There's plenty more where that came from. Let's see how long you last! As much as I'd love to stick around, I, the great Shinigami, have other business to attend to, so I'll leave the rest to someone else. Once I revive the Dark Lord, you bunch of wimps will be bound to the Netherworld in no time. Big talk from a guy who just turns his tail and runs off. That was a weird parting shot, though. Dark Lord. Don't relax your guard yet, we've got more incoming! BD Alliance. BD League, sorry. BD League. Stupid purple. Acting like some kind of big shot just because he got us good with the Dokuro army. You have to be patient, Hori. You know what would make a good distraction. Destroying the Infinite Haven. So that's the BD League Mido was talking about, where all the world's villains teamed up. Interesting. This seems to be the very definition of bit players. Shut up! Just sit back while we stomp you. I don't think so, Hoi Kaulo. Doesn't matter where we are, evil never gets its way. If you've joined hands with Dokudar, we'll smack you all down. Yeah, unfortunately no SR point. They really expect you to somehow get enough damage to do that on a non-New Game Plus playthrough? Fuck that. That's really impossible. Wait, can you guys move now? Nope. I'm still under the effect of the mirror. Let's just sell you. Because, kind of your villains to fight. Boom! And parts. Big mistake. I never use it, so I figured I might as well use that. I have an excuse to use it. That Dark Lord Shinigami mentioned. If he's the one I've been pursuing, then I'd better step up the pace. Zero system. I'm thinking again about how I could have done that on a non-New Game Plus. There's one thing I could have done. And that is I could have bought the special thing that lets you use bravery once per mission. And use that. Use that on the Gurren Lagann. That's the only way I could think of doing it. And that thing's expensive. So... Why did the sound cut out? Was that me or you? Weird. Don't worry, they only have their breast pistols. Oh right, they fire from the center of their chest. Darn it! Of course they can't. Darn it. Go this way then. Finish this one off. Let's see how far the rest get first. Time for Assault. Then Alba. Unisolize. Here we are. Now these two get to go nuts.
さっさと降参しろこの犯罪者コネクティブディオアクセプションやるぞコード T2 ライズ最大出力で行くぞ
That one face of Dio, that one there, Alba's face right there. I can't tell because he uses it interchangeably when he's mad and when he's smiling. I can't tell which one it's supposed to be. You might have noticed if you were watching carefully, like what he looks like every time he says certain things. It's like, the fuck, dude? I can't get a read on you. All right, go punch them. Nope, not getting that for a while. Oh, I was hoping that'd one-shot him. Let's get you nearby. Boom, data. Show, something's coming! It's... the red one there. That's the Gurren! Kallen Kuzuki? Is that you? I know that voice! You're Shozama! I'm not the only familiar face here. Heroes Group and Banjo are with us. Where I'll be! Fancy meeting her in Alroth! And next to her is the Knight of Zero. I thought he died in the Battle of the Pacific. Suzaku! Suzaku Kurugi. I thought you were living for a new purpose. To think that I would find you like this. Look, I'll explain later. Just take my word for it. Suzaku's not an enemy. Dang, one thing after another. Now I'm hearing Emperor Lelouch's personal knight, Knight of Zeros, getting along with Kallen? We'll back you guys up. Let's clean the clowns up so we can talk. Understood. We'll welcome the help. You know those people? Kallen used to work with us. The other guy not so much, but if Kallen says he's cool, then I won't worry about it. You couldn't ask for better allies, that's for sure. Seriously, with Kallen and Suzuki Kurugi on her side, this will be a cakewalk. Save the gushing for later. We've got more incoming. Orange! The Mordred. Is that Anya piloting it? Ah, Kuzuki Kurugi. It's been too long. But... what's going on here, Jeremiah? Can you not tell? If you stand against the Dokudar army, you stand against me. Jeremiah Gottwald. He's joined the Dokudar army. Anya, are you the same as Lord Jeremiah? Yes. Oh ho ho! They must be the backup that Shinigami was talking about. Okay, you two, eliminate a lot of them. You have no authority to hold me around, old man. Excuse me? But rest assured, I, Jeremiah Gottwald, shall stake my life on carrying out my duty. I'm with you, Jeremiah. If that's what you guys want. Anya, we've got a reason of our own to be here, and we can't afford to back down now. Come on, Suzaku. We're about to stall out now. Go Gaius! Gurren Saiton. Yep, Gurren's actually real good. Radiant Wave Shield. Minus 1500 damage for any type of attack used against you. Any type. That's badass. Comes with a shield as well. And, of course, the Radiant Wave Shield barrier. Good defensive unit. Also, really good post-movement attack. With its own map attack. She's good. Suzaku in the Lancelot Albion. Curse of Gaius. Activates at 130 morale. Increases final damage dealt by 10%. And grants the same effect as potential level 9. Just flat out. I'm going to let you in on a secret. His ace bonus is this is active all the time. And then he gets Instinct. Baseline, ignore size, fighter spirit. So he's a pretty good baseline unit. Then he gets Blaze Luminous. Also a barrier. Also has a shield. Also a good defensive unit. Also has a map attack. That's better than Gurren's, at least range-wise. Also has a good post-movement attack, but shorter range. And Super Varus, and yeah. So, these are good units. You might want to think about using them. But I don't want to send them against these two alone. Anya and her Mordred. Small Missile and Stark Hadron. And then Jeremiah in what they refer to as the Orange. It's actually the Sutherland Sieg, but yeah. Comes with a Yggdrasil drive though. I'm gonna get these folks over here so they can work with us. Because them being on their own against those two units is bad news. None of you are going to hit me. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. If it's him the Dokkan Army is after, I won't stand for it. He's fought enough. He deserves better than this. This is one of the reasons why I said it would be hard to justify the Death Sight as a main unit. Because these two alone are real good defensive units, which is what you might want to build the Death Sight to be. Uh-oh. Bullseye, please. I actually want to see what this hit. Jeremiah, what could possibly be going through your head? I only ever have one reason to fight. If you stand in the way of that, then you will disappear. Yep. Throws radiation like a fucking frisbee. Biosensor. Alright, you two. Super Varus. Focus. Anya, what are you fighting for? Jeremiah saved my life. I'm sticking with him. I suggest you guys get lost, Suzaku. She looks like she has all the emotive ability of hero. Only she looks permanently depressed. It missed? Damn it. Well, that's the best I can do for now. They're just there to soften them up, though. If that sounded a lot like, you know, something boiling, in case you couldn't tell from the name of her attacks, everything she does uses radiation. It's fucking scary, dude. She's a microwave. She's like a mega microwave. That's why everything's boiling. Darn it, I shouldn't have moved you away. I forgot where these guys came in from. What else do I have to do? Oh, good. Bullseye.
気ってのはどれも似たようなもんだな。死神の姿を拝ませてやる。まだまだ終わらないぜ。こいつがとどめだ。
まだ大丈夫。
Alright, let's see what the Hadron
ガンダ
is.
ムは破壊。捕捉した。発射。
Yeesh! That's a big fuck off laser.
もうそこにはいないぜ。
Not close enough. Didn't hit him, so persist didn't go off. Good. Show's all the way over here, so he can't really participate in that fight yet. If I move him a bit, he'll be able to do it next turn, though. So let's do that, because that's something he wants to be involved in. So, yeah. Get more score from that. Meow. What's a cell again? So you can use that against something that's not at super low health.
私の心をお前に見
Because
せ
we
て
haven't
やろ
even
う。
seen this attack yet.
ガイ、動輪剣で一気に片付けるぞ。了解。動輪剣。動輪剣。
立て。一文字切り。
Bye-bye. His current best attack.
バイトガイの力を。
The vertical slice. Yeah, you can go over this way. Close combat. Punch some dudes. You know what? You're from the same world they are. I don't think we... Did I turn Javelin? Was
どうやら
that...
僕の出番みたいだ。大胆ジャベリン乗れろ。
I don't think so. Hey, new attack!
それだ。
嫌い。こういうの。
Discutter! Woo. Oh, hey, he has mercy. Cool. I'll be sure to exploit that later. Oh, New Saber Hyper. Right. You would have that, wouldn't you? Persist.
やってやらなきゃ誰がやるっての。ゼータ、俺に答えてくれ。みんなの力がガンダムに集まる。
He doesn't have the Wave Rider charge attack, but he still has this, which is the second best attack. It's not like he's bad in Zeta.
ダメージは些細なものです。ガン。
We've seen that attack, but I probably should have shown it anyway. My bad. I won't skip it next time. Move you closer. Alright, Unisolas, we've seen a million times, I'll skip it.
私たちの相手をしてもらおう。
もっともお前はすぐ地獄に行くことになるがな。おいコーロ、怒りの電撃を受けるといいね。
これもディオとの特訓の成果だな。
Darn. I was actually kind of hoping that would hit. Just these units, huh? Okay. Evil Cleaving Light probably won't kill him. Oh well. Not gonna complain. He's 8 kills away from being aced. So that'll be our first ace for the game. I can do a lot more to weaken him. He's not going anywhere. Alright. Ganange can go over there. Yep. Defend. Mido needs to get the kill on that, so. Nope, missed. Nice. Radiation Frisbee. All right. VS dual swords. Bullseye. Cheer from Chum. They cannot be allowed to drag him into this fight. Fighting is my job. I'm the Zero that carries on his will. God, spoilers.
Anya, 君とは戦いたくない。ここで終わらせるには。
So, in Code Geass, there's this thing called a Geass that you can inflict on someone. It's basically like a command, a mental command. The one that got put on our friend there, the Curse of Geass, is live. No matter what, live. This doesn't go well in the show? In the series, I should say? It causes some problems. I've done what I came to do. I'm leaving. Anya, is this what I think it is? It's none of your business. Anya, you can go on ahead without me. You can never tell what that girl is thinking. He seems to know! And he's upset! Alright, go beat him up a bit. Hammer. Hopefully that's enough. But she doesn't have much energy left. Oh, she has just enough for this. Okay, but first you'll need a tune. And then let's get cheer from Ryujin Maru.
晴天破局式この力があれば捕まえた
このジェレミア一生の深く
止められないもう誰にも
God damn it, Callan. Your outfit's a little too form-fitting sometimes for me. Further combat would be dangerous. This calls for retreat. Jeremiah, we need to talk. I need nothing of the sort, actually. What's wrong with him? I don't like where this is going. Alright. Last enemy is right there. Might gain. He should be weak enough. You guys don't have gain, huh? EXC, smash it, just to make sure this works. Vertical slice. No, I meant to use fortune. Fuck. Like how low, Black Cane has remembered his own sense of righteousness. You'd be better remember that no matter how much havoc you wreak, justice will never lose. Shut up, Mike Game. Your head would make a fine trophy to get me promoted in BD League. Remember, Hoikello doesn't know who's piloting Mike Game. He's like the only one who doesn't. So, Code Geass in this game, we're just given a summary of their entire plot, and then the characters show up. We're not going to be doing much with their plot stuff. Super Robot Wars Z goes through pretty much the most of their plot. Friends, it gets fucking wild! He ain't dead. God damn it. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't use Fortune then. Okay, who wants to kill? Who over there needs experience? Judo 17, Hilda, fine, Velry, Hero's fine, Shell, Simon, Wataru's fine. Everybody's fine. The only one here who's low on experience is Judo. So... does anybody have game? Only Simon. The one person I don't want to use. Cheer, nobody has enough SP for. Okay. Alternative question. Alba's still way behind on kills. Ooh, time to punch. That just burns me up. I'm out of here for now. Wait, Hoikello. You'll never find a bad guy that waits when you tell him to. Later, chump. His stubbornness is legendary. He's not getting away next time. It's that purple guy leading the BD League. He's got a sinister air like none of the other bad guys do. Okay, we beat all the enemies, but... unfortunately, the ships are still immobilized. We won't be leaving this area. Okay, Callan. Let's start by getting your story. Sure. Suzaku, I'd like to ask you something. Go right ahead, Zex. I'm sure there's a reason that you and I are meeting again. Callan and Suzaku. I can guess who comes next. This is starting to grow hectic. I wonder what kind of turn this will take next. Dun dun dun. Huh. So after the battle with Britannia was over, you were going back to school? Yeah, and the next thing I knew, there I was in Allrath with the Gurren that was by all rights destroyed. And you, Suzaku Kurugi? Didn't you die in the battle over the Pacific? I faked my own death at Lelouch's behest. Man, that was just another one of His Imperial Majesty's tricks? But why? Because he wanted me to kill him. I was meant to kill Emperor Lelouch. What? It was all part of Lelouch's plan. That was Zero Requiem. So the Zero that killed Emperor Lelouch was you the whole time? Dude, seriously? I figured it had to be a setup by an admirer of Lelouch, but it turned out it was his own idea? To ask why might be in poor taste. He remained himself to the bitter end. Precisely. He took the entire world's hatred upon himself, seeking to liberate the world from it by ending his own life. You knew? We never traded words about it, but I was on to his game. You, Emperor Lelouch, and Trace Kushinada, we're all alike at the end of the day. None of that excuses what they did. Wait a minute, Jeremiah and Anya were here, and Shinigami was talking about a Dark Lord. I see you're connecting the dots. What? What dots has everyone talking about? It's a question of who Shinigami wants to revive, the true identity of the Dark Lord. It would be a brilliant tactician from our world, the man known as both Lelouch v. Britannia and Zero. Zero? We've had several run-ins with Shinigami since coming to Alroth. That's how we learned what he was up to. Lelouch ordered me to detonate his remains, to drive the shock of his death home to the world even more firmly. We witnessed it too. No, technically we have no confirmation that Emperor Lelouch is actually dead. If his remains got sent here to Alroth before the detonation took place, then it's possible he survived. Lelouch's battle is over, damn it! He shouldn't have to fight anymore! We can't allow his genius to be exploited by anyone else. The way Shinigami was talking, does he have a means of forcing Emperor Lelouch to comply with him? We'll need to make haste. Say, where's Banjo? Huh, I haven't seen him since the fight ended. Lelouch, are you here in Alroth too? We'll protect you. Please stay safe wherever you are. About time I found you. I can still hardly believe you're alive. This is apparently a world where death holds little meaning. But I'm not letting you get away this time, Lelouch v. Britannia, last emperor of the Holy Britannian Empire. Or should I call you Zero? You're Banjo Haran. If the alternative is letting that mind of yours get exploited by someone else, then I should wrap this up here, before anyone can interfere. Please do so. I have no reason to live. Not now. Dun dun dun! If you're a Code Geass fan, shit just got real. Yeah. Hey, Spiro, do you know who it was that was watching me in the field today? But of course, the one watching you was Shinigami himself. I should have known. Between you and he, it is rather like one Grim Reaper pitted against another. In my case, it's more like a shtick. That guy could be the real deal, and I'm sure as hell don't want to fight him if he is. Yet a confrontation between the two of you is inevitable. The mere thought is highly stimulating my intellectual curiosity. Got 100 points. If he wants to start something with me, I'll give him a fight. If it comes to a fight, I'll send him someplace more fitting for a Grim Reaper. Shinigami was out taking our measure today, but next time I've no doubt he'll come out in earnest. Do try to watch yourself. So yeah, we missed an SR point, but we got 100 points out anyway. Goodness gracious. Perhaps this wasn't the best time to invite the two of you here, but the storms raging through your hearts will bear the most delicious fruits. 100 points! Woo! And, like, no tech points to do anything with it. So, I'm not really sold on the two new units we got as far as making them in the main party. Don't get me wrong, Kyle and Suzaku are good. But you might see a reason why I'm holding off in just a bit. Finally, retrieved by an emergency spirit man. God damn it! That's a useless custom bonus. I don't like that. I never use that EX order. Ugh. Oh well. Sub orders. Score first. Score is what I care about most. Zex, much better. This'll do. Also, I was curious. I thought you might be able to swap folks around from the Gaia series, but I guess not. Alright, well, that is going to be the last scenario for me for today. So we got through the entire route split and one mission after, as well as 2 DLC. That ain't not bad. But you folks will want to hop back in on Saturday. We're going to be taking on a little bit more Code Geass plot. And then we're going to be seeing a little bit of other stuff that's actually real fun. Yes, 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 yes. And then, after we take on those 3 scenarios, it's back to another route split. This one, that route split, though, that route split gets real fun. There's real cool stuff that we get from that. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna head out for the day. All of you folks, have fun. I will see you Saturday.